So a very good morning to everyone. Question number 1, they're telling install a Docker using VM. Okay, let us start then by creation. So our assignment is telling us to install Docker using VM, right? So we are going to go ahead and start creating our virtual machine. Create new. Let us create a new resource group over here. Module 5 and then virtual machine VM Docker. Okay. Any region we find. Let it be in Japan East only. No infrastructure. Availability option. No infrastructure redundancy required. Security. Standard. Image. Let it be Ubuntu only. Size 1 GB CPU, 1 GB memory defined. I'll go with the password method. So Azure user. I'll give my password over here. Okay. And I'll allow my HTTP port. Right. Click on review plus create. Just let me verify the details once again. Okay, validation passed. Let me just wait and check. Subscription, free trial, resource group, module 5, virtual machine name, VM Docker, Japanese, no infrastructure, cell, selected zone, standard, and Ubuntu server. Okay, fine. Simply click on create now. Till the time my virtual machine is getting created. So basically, this module is full of commands and all. So, like, you all will write a lot of commands and all in this. My virtual machine is created. Now, I'll go on launch. Azure user the public IP address. Enter. Yes. Hit enter. Password. Now it's connected. It's launched. Sudo apt get update. Hit enter. So module 5. Let me share all the commands with you. Assignment 1. Okay. So first is creating the VM. And then after that update your machine. Now next step is install your Docker. What is the command for installation of Docker? For that we have to go over here. Let me clear the screen for you. Now sudo apt get install docker.io. Hit enter. I'll give the confirmation. Yes. So the command is sudo apt get install docker.io. Like this is the first command. My Docker is getting installed. Okay. Now I'll clear the screen. Now, next question is what do you have to do? We have to pull this web app into our Docker. So let us go ahead and open this repository. See, this is the repository, right? What will I do? I'll just copy this name. Now come back to our machine and type sudo docker pull and the image name. Hit enter. To pull the repository, that is sudo pull sudo docker pull and the repository name. Right? Now, after pulling the Docker, now we need to check what is inside it, right? So, sudo docker images. I hit enter. This is the image that is present inside this repository. Sudo docker images, right? I'll check what is present inside it. Next is, after checking what is present inside it, I'll run my docker, right? I have to run my docker, so it's sudo docker run hyphen itd hyphen name. So basically what we are doing, we are running this docker in hyphen itd. IT stands for interactive and D stands for detached. So basically whatever changes I'll be making in this docker repository right here, okay, I'll be able to interact with it, but this will all be happening in a detached mode. Like suppose you're working on your phone but in a flight mode. It means that you're still able to work on your phone. You can see the gallery, you can click photos and all, but you cannot actually send messages or SMS or call anyone, right? So basically you'll be able to use this docker by creating repos and all, but in the detached mode, which means you're not directly interacting with this original repository. Okay, whatever whatever changes that you'll be making out it, you'll not be making it in this repository. You'll be making it in a virtual machine, which just means that it will be all a part of virtual execution. So here it's written hshr slash web app, which means that hshr is a image and web app is a app service, right? Now together they make a repository. So here we are creating our own image. So we can name it anything, right? I'll name it my image. Okay. Sudo docker run hyphen itd hyphen name and my image. And what is the web repository? hshr slash web app. Where are you making the changes? Here we are making the changes. Just a second, the spelling is wrong. Got it? Web app, hit enter, and my image is created. Now see, let me go ahead and make the changes over here also. What will be my command? Sudo docker run hyphen itd hyphen name my image and slash web app. Got it? Now what will I do? After creating the image, I'll check what are the changes made. So I'll check the process status. So sudo docker ps. So you can see here a container has been created over here, right, with the image in the image, and the name is my image, and it was created 3 minutes. To check the container name. Now after checking the process status, what I have to do, we can go ahead and try the next command. So the next command is, now after running the command docker, what I will do, I will execute the docker. Sudo docker exec, that is execution. Again I'll tell in it mode, right? We do not write detached mode because we write it only once. Okay, now my image name and bash is just a syntax. Okay, now if I hit enter over here, now you can see I'm in the root directory. Got it? Now after going inside the directory, I'll go to the main directory. So what we'll do, slash var slash www slash html. Okay, now after I hit enter, I'm inside the directory now, and I'll do ls. This is the file that is already present, index.php. ls is for to list the items. So inside this directory, what do we have? We have a file called index.php. Okay, first read till here, guys. Now this index.php is a very big file. Okay, it's a very big file. So but then we'll delete it, but then it will not be deleting in real. So here in the original repository it won't be deleted because we're in detached mode right now. So I'll just do rm index.php. Hit enter. Now if I do lss, see, if I do ls over here, see, nothing is there. Follow the steps, do the same, guys, and I'll type the same thing over here. If you go to the question over here, create a new file in this repository, it's telling us. So what will I do? I'll go ahead and create a new file. What is the command? Nano. This nano command is what? What is the command for creating a new file? Nano. So nano index.html. This nano is the command to create the new file, and in index.html is a new file name. Now I'll hit enter. A text editor is opened over here. This is my new file in module 5, right? Now under this heading tag, what will I give? Anything that you want to give. Assignment 1. Control S for saving it. See, it's written wrote 3 lines. That is, it saved 3 lines. Okay. And Control X to exit. Now if I do ls, you can see this new file over here. Let me go ahead and update the same thing in the code share. What is the command? Nano, and then the name of the file. A text editor will open like we saw right now. Enter your content over there. Okay. Now to save this file, what you have to do? Control S, and to exit from the editor, what you have to do? Control X. To check, do ls, and to check the content inside the file, what we do? Cat command is used. What do we do? Cat command, cat. See, this is my new file in module 5, assignment number 1. Now let me exit from this root directory. Do not exit from this virtual machine. Okay. Okay, great. Let's go to assignment number 2 now. Now create an Azure container registry. Now they're telling us to create a ACR and connect it to Docker running in the virtual machine. See, okay, like Docker container, same ways in Azure we have Azure container. Go to your portal, search over here. Okay, let me go back. Container registry. Now I'll go and click on create. Module 5. I'll enter the name as ACR 28th September. I can say. Okay, now Japanist, because my virtual machine was also in Japanist only, right? Now, apart from that, networking, everything is fine. Tags and review plus create. I'll wait for the virtual validation to pass. Validation passed, and I'll simply click on create. Now I'll go to the resource over here. Now, what you have to do is, now go here in your ACR, okay, and search for access keys. Okay, search for access keys over here. And here you can see registry name, login server, and the admin user. I'm going to give the admin access over here. What does the assignment suggest? See, upload the image you created in the Azure to container registry. What you have to do? You have to connect it to the Docker first. What you have to do? Sudo Docker images. Now see, the image is there. Right. Now let us log in. Okay. See, sudo Docker commit means we are committing some changes. Now here you can see a container ID present, which means we are making this Docker VM familiar to the ACR, right? I'll copy this. I'll copy this container ID over here. Sudo Docker commit. Okay. Then I'll paste the container ID over here. and the login server name. What is my login server name over here? See, login server way. Now I'll go and paste it over here, the login server name, and slash web app. In my case, it's my own app, so I'll give the name as my app and hit enter. So sudo docker commit. So what does it mean is sudo docker commit means commit some changes in this container with the name this. Now if I do sudo docker images, sudo docker images, see a new repository is created over here. Can you see? Here you have your container ID over here. Where is it? Yeah, here. Sudo docker ps here. Now what will I do? I log in my ACR through Docker. Now what you have to do? We have to log in our ACR through this Docker. Okay. How can you do that? Sudo Docker login and then the name or the login server name and hit enter. See, here it will ask for your username and password. What do you have to do? Go to your portal, search for username. Here you have username, copy it and paste it. Got it? Hit enter. Now, see here I have my password. Show, copy this and paste it. Okay, hit enter. Login succeeded. Sudo docker commit. Now the container ID, login server name, and then the app name, right? Now to login into Docker with ACR credential. Sudo docker login and the login server name. Hit enter. Now it will display login succeeded. Got it? Now we have logged in our Docker. Now we have made some changes. Now we'll push it back. So it will be now we have pulled the Docker, right? Pulled the repository. Now what you have to do? We'll push it back. Now we'll push the Docker again. Push the repository. Sudo docker push and now what is my app name? My app, right? Hit enter. I am pushing the back. Now I'm pushing the repository back. Now what do you have to do? Push the repository back to Docker. Sudo docker push. Then the login server name slash app name. Now this is how you push it. Now how can you check? Now if I come here and if I search for repositories, search for repository. See here you can see my app is visible over here. Got it? Understood? If I go back to my question, they're telling us to create an app service, right? And to deploy the same image. How can we do that? Home, search for app services. Click on create. Web app it is. Now I'll choose my resource group. Model 5. Now I can say the name web app. 28th September I can say. Now from where it will publish? From the code? No, it's a Docker container. So now automatically it will fetch some information. Just make it Japanist region. And now Let me go with the free plan over here. Next is what? Container. See now. Side card support disabled, fine. Image source. Now where is the image source? From the Azure Container Registry, right? Once you click on this, it will automatically fetch all the information regarding your ACR. Option single container, okay. Number simply to review plus create. Click on create. It's getting deployed. App services created. I'll go to my resource. See, here will be my default domain name. So I'll just copy it and you'll see when I'll copy and paste that URL in the tab. Wait, I'll just wait. Let us just wait. Okay. You can see this default domain. I'll just copy this and I'll paste it in a new tab. Hit enter. And I'll be able to see the content of my file. Now you all can see the page is visible, right? That's all for module number 5.